one of the main things is like making variables. So that's like how you store your data and how you manipulate it. And one of the biggest things is like overwriting variables. And I know this differs a lot with different languages. So like, I'm just gonna put in some like dummy numbers. So like if A is 2, B is 3, and then I want C is like A times B. So as you can see, like really nice thing about Matlab is you can see exactly what all your variables are and what their values are. So in some languages, like if you were to manipulate A, then C would also get manipulated because like C refers to the reference of these, not just the value. But in MATLAB, if you like were to manipulate A, C is still gonna stay the same. So it's very similar to Python in that aspect. So if I were to just say like A is equal to 4 now, like now I'm rewriting A. So now, as you can see in the workspace, A is 4, but C is still 6. Like if you don't believe me, I can just like type it out and it'll still pull out 6. So if I want to make sure that's like I changed one variable and I want to make sure that when I'm doing my operations that variable is updating as well, I'll need to run that calculation again. So then I'm using the up arrow, as I said before, just to kind of go through. And you can see that this is what I want. I want C A times B, press enter, and then now it's updated accordingly. So that's just something to keep in mind. Differs for other languages, but MATLAB is pretty similar to Python in that aspect. And then you can also, it's not like it's stuck in this size either. So like right now, these are kind of, okay, so these are like scalars, but because MATLAB is matrix based, right? It's matrix laboratory. You can also change the size of your vector matrix. So like if I want to make C into a vector, like a row vector, I can change this. It's changing the size because this is technically a 1x1 right now, and now this is a 1x4. Making sure that you have like spaces or commas in between each of your elements. So you can always change the size like that. And we'll talk more later in the workshop about how to manipulate vectors and matrices as well. So now as you can see, like it's getting kind of cluttered, and especially like in split view, like I'm gonna not be able to see all the code. So one of the really nice things is that you can do CLC, just type CLC, and then hit enter, and it clears the whole command window. So now this is like less decluttered, but my variables are still the same. If I'm like, I completely want to start over and I want to redefine new variables, I've like messed up, or like I'm done with this project or whatever, and I don't want these variables anymore, then I can just type clear, and that clears the variables in their data. One thing that clear will not do is it won't clear the command window. It'll just clear the variable names. So make sure you keep those separate. That CLC is for clearing command window, and clear clears the variables and data, like as written here.